I'm asked to factor this sum of cubes. I'm going to use this method called SOAP. The S stands for same. And what that means is I'm going to have a pair of factors. One's going to be a binomial, one's going to be a trinomial. And the S stands for same. All this deals with is the signs. The O stands for opposite. So the opposite of that is negative. And the AP stands for always positive. So this back symbol is always going to be positive back there. And then I'm going to trickle down. The A falls in here. The B falls in here. That's A plus B is my binomial. Now I need my trinomial. This spot here is going to be A times A. And this spot back here is going to be B times B. So that's going to give me A squared. This back end is going to give me B squared. And this middle term is just going to be A times B, or AB. Not bad, it factors pretty rapidly. So I'm going to use SOAP on this one. It's going to be a small parentheses and a large parentheses. Same, that sign falls down, it's the same. This sign is going to be the opposite of that, opposite. And the back sign is going to be always positive. It's always positive in the back. Now, I'm going to bring the factors down. The x falls down, the y falls down. This value is going to be x times x, or x squared. This back value is going to be y times y, or y squared. And this middle value is going to be xy. No problem, Lewis. Graph on a number line. First thing I want to do is solve it, so I'm going to divide both sides by -4. Now in doing so, when I divide both sides of an inequality by -4, this is a pitfall. That symbol there reverses the other way. And then that's going to give me -3. Now I'm going to make a number line, and my number of interest is -3. I'm going to put a big circle around that spot, and now I have to determine whether I shade that circle in or leave it open. Because there's no line under it, I leave it open. If there was a line under it, I'd shade it in. There's no equal to symbol. Now, this technique only works if the variable's on the left. If the variable's on the left, you follow the arrow. So notice how the arrow points to the left, so I'm going to follow the arrow to the left. So here's my graph on the number line. Simplify, this is exponents. Laws or rules of exponents is a to the m times a to the n. You add them. That's a to the m plus n. And then a to the n to the m power. That's the power rule. In this case, we multiply these. So that's going to be a to the nn. Little rule you should know before you do these. So this is going to be -2 to the second power. That's going to give me 4. The negative is positive. Then x to the 4th to the second. M to the n. That's going to give me x to the 8th. We don't add them, we multiply them. Y to the second. X to the second to the 4th gives me x to the 8th again. Y to the 3rd to the 4th gives me y to the 12th. Now I'm going to implement this rule. I'm going to add exponents. So x to the 8th times x to the 8th is 4x to the 16th. Y to the second times y to the 12th. I add them, that's y to the 14th. Find the solutions. This here's a solved problem. It's got a leading coefficient. I'm going to use my circle, my box, my division bar, This 2x, I'm going to put underneath twice. The b term goes in the circle, and then the rainbow, -6, I multiply them, goes in the box. Now I figure out factors of that are going to be 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. And now it's got to add to equal +5. So they both have to be positive to equal 5 if it were 2 and 3, so it can't be 2 and 3. So it has to be 1 and 6, and I think it's -1 and +6. So I'm going to dump these numbers on top, and then look for anything that simplifies. And notice the 6 and the 2 will simplify. That's 3 over x. My factors are going to be 2x minus 1 and x plus 3. But I set this equal to 0, and I have to implement the ZPP, the zero product property. And I set this equal to 0, x plus 3 equals 0, solve it. And one of my solutions is x equals -3. That's one of my solutions. I have to set this equal to 0 as well. That's the ZPP. 2x minus 1 equals 0. 2x equals 1. I add 1 to both sides, then I divide by 2. So my other solution is also 1/2. So I have 2 solutions for this problem. And that's usually the case if it's to the second power. If it's to the second power, you'll have 2 solutions. Find the solutions. A lot of people think they can just divide by x. That's not how we do this. You have to bring this over. So it's going to give me 5x squared minus 2x equals 0. And this is a strange factoring. It's not factoring a trinomial. It's a binomial. So what I have to actually do is pull an x out. So I'm going to divide each term by x. And that's going to give me x on the outside. That's what I factored out. 5x minus 2, because 2x divided by x is 2. Set that equal to 0. Again, implement the ZPP. And notice, this time, I set x equal to 0, and that's my answer. One of my solutions is x equals 0. There's going to be 2 solutions, usually because of the exponent. Now I set this equal to 0, 5x minus 2 equals 0, add 2 to both sides. That gives me 5x equals 2, or x equals 2/5. Add 2 solutions again. Again, look for 2 solutions, most of the time, if you have a square. I have to factor this. This is a difference of 2 perfect squares. So I'm going to set up my parentheses, and what times what equals x to the 4th, x squared, and what times what equals 1 over 16, that's 1 over 4, 1 over 4, and the signs will alternate. So it's going to be plus and minus. Now I can't factor a sum of 2 squares, but I can factor a difference of squares. So I can continue factoring this one. X times x equals x squared. 1/2 times 1/2 equals 1/4. The signs are going to alternate. I'm done factoring that, but I cannot forget, I must remember, to bring down the x squared plus 4. There's going to be 3 factors, 3 linear factors in this case. And that's my final answer for that factor. Usually it says factor completely, and most people forget to factor completely. Multiply, first thing I have to do is realize that this here has to be multiplied first. So I'm going to set up one of my punnets and just multiply out 2n minus 3 times 2n minus 3. And then after that, I'll distribute the 4n. So I have the 2n minus 3 times 2n minus 3. That's what that means. That means 2n minus 3 times 2n minus 3. They're trying to hide it from you. And you can FOIL it or use the Punnett square. I just like the Punnett. That's 4n squared minus 6n minus 6n plus 9. That's going to give me 4n squared minus, notice these combine on the diagonal, minus 12n plus 9. I have to multiply everything by 4n, and that's going to give me 16n cubed minus 48n squared plus 36n. First thing I want to do is find the slope. Slope formula is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. What's negative 3 minus negative 1? Negative 3 minus negative 1. That's going to go to positive. Over negative 4 minus negative 2. Negative 4 minus negative 2. That's going to go to positive. That's going to equal negative 2 over negative 2. This will give me a slope of positive 1. Now I have to choose a point. I'm going to choose the point negative 2, 1. I'm going to choose that point to use this formula. So I have a point, negative 2, negative 1, and a slope of 1. And this is my x sub 1, and this is my y sub 1, and this is my slope. I'm going to use this formula. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. And I'm going to leave a template. Y minus something equals something times x minus something else. And I'm going to fill in my something something with these values. See, the y1 is going to be negative 1. Negative negative turns to positive. I bring over the 1, and my negative 2 goes over here. But negative negative turns to positive. Now I have to distribute the 1, which is not that big of a deal. It's just going to give me x plus 2. I'm going to bring down my y plus 1. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. And this is going to give me the final answer of y equals x plus 1. First thing I want to do is find the slope. So that's going to be y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So I stack them up a little bit. I just find that helpful. And I subtract them. Here's my division bar. Negative 4 minus negative 1, negative 4 minus negative 1, and then 1 minus 3. Now I have to spruce up the arithmetic a little bit. Negative negative goes to positive. And now that's going to give me 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So that's going to give me a slope of 3 over 2. You check my arithmetic. Negative 4 plus 1. 1 minus 3. That is accurate. Now I have a coordinate, and I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick 3, negative 1. And I'm going to label that as my x1 and my y1. And here it goes. Y minus y sub 1. Notice I put the y sub 1 underneath the 1 underneath the y sub 1 equals m. Notice I put the m right underneath the m times x minus x sub 1. Yes, another formula you'll like to have handy is the point slope formula. It's just a nice one to have at your disposal, especially if it says this. Write the equation. What is the equation? Now I'm going to fill in for this y sub 1, this slope, and this x sub 1. I'm going to fill in values. And here they come. That's going to be negative 1. So negative negative 1, that turns to positive. The 3 halves comes over, and the 3 just comes over here. Distribute that 3 halves. That's going to give me 3 halves x minus 9 over 2. I know it's difficult. And the y plus 1. Now I have to subtract 1 from both sides. Now take a look. Instead of minusing 1 from both sides, I'm going to rewrite 1 with the common denominator as 2 over 2. So this is going to give me my final answer with the fraction as y equals 3 over 2x minus 11 over 2. Not easy. Now to simplify, I'm going to have to FOIL these out. And when I FOIL, I like to use a Punnett. Fielder's choice. And I'm going to do a little shortcut here. That's going to give me negative 2x on this side of the Punnett and positive 16. Just trying to shorten my workload. Negative 2x squared. When I do x to the first times x to the first. Negative 2x. When I do negative 2 times 1, 16x and 16. This is going to combine to give me negative 2x squared. Plus, they combine on the diagonal, 16x. That is a minus. Minus 2x is 14x. Plus 16. I'm going to distribute this. That gives me negative 3x squared. And that gives me plus 12x. And again, I just did a little stacking maneuver to help me with the arithmetic. Negative 5x squared plus 26x plus 16. The cube, find the volume. Find the volume. So the length is 2w plus 3. The width is 2w plus 3. And the height is 2w plus 3. So I'm going to set up a Punnett again. I hope you're not getting tired of me doing these Punnets. I'm going to keep doing them. I just find them convenient. And I have 2w plus 3. 2w plus 3. That's going to give me 4w squared plus 6w plus 6w plus 9. I'm going to combine them. That's going to give me 4w squared plus 12w plus 9. I'm going to make another Punnett because I have to multiply this times another 2w plus 3. So I'm going to make another Punnett really quick. And now over on this side, I'm going to put 2w plus 3. That's going to give me 8w cubed plus 24w squared plus 18w plus 12w squared. Notice how they line up on the diagonal. Plus 36w. Notice how they line up on the diagonal. Plus 27. Now all I have to do is combine my terms. So these combine and these combine on the diagonals. That's going to give me 8w cubed. I think that's 36w squared. Oh, this is a rough one. 14. 54 plus 54w plus 27. I hope I did my arithmetic correct. Let's sit. I'm going to be talking about this here video that I'm doing. You can't see I have it on freeze. I want to evaluate, so absolute value, -2 minus -3 all over 1/2. That's going to give me a -2 plus 3 all over 1/2. That's going to give me 1 divided by 1/2. And I'm not going to do anything fancy with this. I'm just going to do 1 divided by 1/2. And now I'll do my old school KFC, which is going to give me 1 times 2 over 1, or just 2. I'm asked to solve this. This is kind of a tough one. The deal is, I can circle and box it. The circle is going to get the -1, and the box is going to get a 20 times -12. That's going to give me 20 times -12, -240. That's a big one. So factors that go into 240. I'll do my 20x over here, and my 20x. And I guess I have to hustle. It's going to take a while. 1 times 240, 2 times 120, 3 times, I believe, 80. Not even close. 4 goes into 2. Running out of room here. 12 times 20. I don't know. What's next? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Maybe 15 goes into 240. Let's see. Yeah, I think it does. 6 times. 15 goes in that 6 times. And that's the one. It has to be -16, positive 15. -16, positive 15. This is going to simplify to be -4 over 5x. And then this is going to simplify. 5 goes into that 3 over 4x. I'm going to build my factors now. My factors should be 5x minus 4 and 4x plus 3. But I have to use ZPP. They want me to solve it. Set equal to 0. So I'm going to solve each of these. I'm going to set each of these equal to 0. 5x minus 4 equals 0. I add 4. And that's going to give me 5x equals 4. So x is going to equal 4/5 is one of my answers. 4x plus 3 equals 0. ZPP. Minus 3 from both sides. That gives me 4x equals -3 divided by 4. 4/5 and 3/4 are my solutions. That was a tough one.